What's up guys, Bombgardener here, and today we're going to be talking about the Atlas 4.0. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the last video that I did. I didn't really give too many details on it. I was in Vegas, maybe a little bit hungover, and just didn't really get to dive too much into the new Ruroc Atlas 4.0. I've had it for a few days now, and I actually had a full day of riding in it today. And there's a lot of things I got to tell you about it. Make sure you stick by because I'm telling you, this helmet is crazy. Now, in typical Bombgardener fashion, the first thing I did today whenever I went out there was I dropped it. I scratched up the visor a little and scratched up the back a little, but that's okay. Dan, if you're watching this, you can just send me a nebula, bro. Just send me a nebula to replace this, and we'll be good. I'm cool with that. I won't be upset, is what I'm saying. I won't be upset. But guys, there's a lot that I need to tell you about this Atlas, and a lot of good things that I need to tell you about the 4.0. So first thing I know everybody wants to know is what's the noise like, what's the wind noise like, and just the acoustic levels in this helmet. Now let me start off first by saying this is what I was riding with before, just a typical old Bell qualifier. And the noise level in this thing is absolutely horrible. It was so bad that I actually used earbuds with my Sena system, and I would put the earbuds in so that I could hear anything. Music, talking to people, it didn't matter. I couldn't hear it unless I had earbuds in. Now with the new 4.0, I also have the shockwave in it. Ruroc was gracious enough to also give me a shockwave. I'm telling you, I don't have earbuds or anything. It's just the speakers in here, and I can hear everything crystal clear and fine. Everything's so good, actually, that I didn't even have to have the music on max. I had the music at like 75% of the way, and I could still hear everything, even on top speeds on my R7. And top speed for an R7 is only like 135, but still, like for 135, not having to have my music on blast, like that's killer for me. Especially, like I said, coming from that Bell, you couldn't hear anything above like 50 or 70 miles an hour. So for all of you guys that were like me and was really concerned about the sound, I'm telling you, the sound inside of this helmet is great. Which brings us into our next topic. One of the things that helped with reducing that noise is they took off those vents. I know I mentioned it in the last video, but this is going to be kind of like a everything you need to know about the Atlas 4.0 video. So they took off the top vents here and just made it smooth. They left this one, and they actually made this vent to where you can open or close it. So if you want to have it closed for a little bit less wind noise, you can do that. But having those vents off is going to reduce the wind noise and the turbulence, and it's going to help with the aerodynamics to put less stress on your neck and your head while you're riding for those long rides. Now within the actual helmet, they have a new 3-part foam in here, which is also something new coming from the 3.0 to the 4.0, and it's just going to give you better protection for whenever you do have those bumps, which is also something that helped it get its ECE 22.06 rating. Now while we're talking about the inside of the helmet, let's talk about the new cheek pads. So they put a new material on the cheek pads, and they're also going to be a little bit larger. It's going to give you a tighter feeling whenever you're wearing it on your head. So whenever you twist your head, it's not going to move any. And I'm telling you, it's true. Whenever you put it on, it's going to feel a little bit more tight because they also added some padding in the back. But once you get it on, it doesn't move whenever you shake your head. This Bell that I had, oh my God, that was like the worst. Like I would turn my head, wind would hit it, and it would just twist my helmet all the way. Now also the material of the cheek pads is going to attract moisture. So what that's going to do is whenever you're sweating in your helmet, it's going to pull that moisture in. And if it was the opposite way where it was anti-wicking and it pushed the moisture out, it would stay on your face and you would feel like you were sweating a lot whenever you're riding, and it would just give you a nasty, icky feeling while you're riding. Now for my sound people like me, the biggest concern was the sound levels. Ruroc also included these two things right here, and what they are is you've got Velcro under the padding where your ears will rest. You can put those where that padding is, and if you push it, it's kind of like a memory foam type of material, but it's going to push your pads closer to your ears, and that's going to reduce acoustic levels by 57%. If you're not going to be using the shockwave or a Sena and you just ride without listening to music, these are definitely a must-have because it's going to reduce that wind noise tremendously. It's actually really cool. Whenever I was at the event, I was talking to the head of engineering, James Campbell, and he was talking about all the wind tunnel tests that they put this helmet through. With the microphones inside the helmet with and without that padding, and just like all the different results that they got and comparing it to different helmets. This was in the top 3 of every single helmet. I think they tested I don't know, they tested a lot of different helmets. So if we take this headliner out, got the cheek pad still attached to it, but you're gonna see these blue strips with dots in them. That's their new Rheon technology. This is the first motorcycle helmet in the world to feature this technology. Now, something you could kind of compare this to would be like MIPS, but this is in a class of its own. So it's actually a reactive polymer with non-Newtonian fluid-like properties. So what's going to happen is if you do crash, this is going to tremendously reduce the amount of rotational forces, which means less brain injuries and less concussions and less chances of dying, which, you know, obviously none of us want that. So this is definitely a nice addition to the Atlas family, and it's going to work fantastic in the 4.0. So we've talked about all the good. Let's talk about the bad that I found out about this helmet. And trust me, the good things about this helmet far outweigh the bad things. So far, I've only had 2 days of riding in this helmet, and today was like my actual, I went hard today with the helmet. One thing that I've noticed is whenever you have the visor fully locked down, it can kind of be tough to pull up, which is a good thing. You don't want your visor to come up on its own, but sometimes it can be a little bit too difficult to pull the visor up. Not really a horrible thing, but it's just one thing that I've noticed. Now, another thing I've noticed, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but whenever you install your shockwave, You've got your speakers that you put on each side, and then your microphone will go right here. Now there's a little recessed spot for it. However, I put it in the recessed spot, and whenever I put the helmet on, it scrapes my forehead every time. The microphone's got a little bit of a point to it, so anytime I put the helmet on, it scrapes my forehead. Whenever I take it off, it scrapes my forehead. So I mean, I guess a fix of this would just to make the recess a little bit deeper in there so that it can't stick out as far. One solution I have came up with is I've put the microphone a little bit more forward towards the chin, and that's helped out with it scraping. However, it still does touch. And one more negative that I found about this helmet, it's not really even the helmet, it's more the shockwave, is the buttons on it where it's placed in the back. They're so small, it's really hard to tell which button you're pushing whenever you have gloves on. So not really a big deal. I figure I'll find out or you know, get that muscle memory once I've used it for so long. These first couple days, it was kind of difficult for me to figure out, okay, that's volume up, that's volume down, that's power button. But yeah, like I said, that's probably something that I'll figure out and get that muscle memory the longer that I use the helmet. Guys, that's about it for the Atlas 4.0. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to leave a comment down in the comment sections below. I'll get back with you as soon as you drop that comment. Like literally, like as soon as you comment, I'll probably have a comment written up before you even post it. Because I'm that fast, boy. We kill shit on this channel, and that's just what we do. Also, if you plan on getting a 4.0, let me know down in the comments. Tell me which colorway you're getting. If you get the Nebula, just send it to my address. I'll take it. I would really appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you show that love by hitting the like button and the subscribe button. Push the bell icon too if you'd like to get notified whenever I upload. But yeah, guys, until next time, if I get any new updates for the helmet, if anything goes bad with it or anything I notice that's great, I'll make sure to post an update video. But that's it for today. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.